So I would have made this earlier, but I had to go to work. I had a dream last night, and I can't remember all the details now, but remember like the main idea. I was in this house. It was a small house. It was in the country, and in the house was just myself and James Casbolt living in the house. And I don't really remember many more details, but there was this operation to rescue me and to capture him. So in the dream, a woman pulled up in kind of like an older car, and I sort of like went out the back door or went out the window to get into the car with the woman, and the energy was kind of like a narcissistic relationship where it's so hard to get away from a narcissist. And I'm not saying that James Casbolt was a narcissist. I don't know. But in the dream it was like I was escaping to go with this woman who kind of felt like my mother in a sense. And I was not in total agreement of what was happening, even though like I was gonna do it. I wasn't necessarily happy about it. I wasn't really necessarily happy to lie to him, and I wasn't happy to what was coming next for him, because what was coming next for him was the woman was to rescue me, and then he was to be captured by a big authority. And I wasn't really okay with any of this, but I had to do it in the dream. It's just a dream. It was like I had to do it. I wasn't happy about it at all, but I had to do it. And I wasn't happy about lying to him. I wasn't happy about him being captured, but that was the energy of the dream. So I don't know what to make of it all, but I do feel like we're sort of imprisoned here. I listened to I'm listening to a podcast from that I posted about there's something weird that's been happening with our souls and all this cloning effort. I mean, James Caswell does believe himself to be a clone. I believe himself to be a clone, but he's also like vril snatched. He's like snatched by another energy that's like it's like the opposite of him. So with a relationship with him, it's like 20% of the time I get like the real person, but 80% of the time I'm actually just interfacing with the opposite of himself. Like it's like he's embodying this energy that is like the opposite of him. It's the weirdest thing. And this is a human man walking the earth that is embodying another spirit that is in total opposition to everything that he's about. And then I do believe that both the people are harmless in nature. Like they're harmless, but it's still a constant battle against this other entity. So it could be Revelation 17:8, the beast throws off the whore, the man has to get control of himself. He has to get control of himself. The man has to integrate the darkness in order to get to the lightness. And I see that in a lot of men. You have to integrate the darkness in order to get to the lightness, because we can't coexist in this reality together. We can't coexist healthily without all this destruction and despair until the man does it himself, it seems, because I can't do it for him. We can't do it for them. Um, I see this in a lot of men, really. A lot of relationships, truthfully. It's like, I can't do anything with you. I can't do anything with you so long as you are agreeable and you're not in control of yourself and you're owned. This podcast that I had posted, it was like the man was saying there's a problem with these souls because these human governments own the vessel that the soul is inhabiting. And it's like, it speaks so much truth to the matter. And I do experience this with my relationships because it seems like they have people, groups of people that are around them, that are employing them, controlling their lives. And I do notice very clearly that they seem to feel like they actually own the man. So while I'm dating the man, I see that these spies, these control groups, they obviously believe that they own the man. They're virtually like not even concerned with my ability to find out what they're doing. They seem unbothered by the fact that I understand and I see what they're doing. They seem to be unbothered by that, because I think that the darkness doesn't have awareness of light, and I do believe that I came here to recollect these missing pieces, just like Isis came to recollect all the missing pieces of Osiris. It seems to be like the same story repeating. And then all the people that are seemingly owning these missing pieces, they do believe that they own these people. They own them. They own the body. They own the vessel. They own the life. And they seem unbothered, but also at the same time very bothered, if that makes any sense. They seem to be unbothered, but also at the same time they seem to be really bothered by me. You know, it's like an arrogance that they have. But I would really recommend listening to that podcast that I posted, because that was everything. Like 27 minutes in, he finally gets to the nitty-gritty of it all, because what I wasn't aware of that I learned in that podcast was like there's a reason why these people do this. It's because they feel like they physically own that physical body, even though the soul inside of it does not belong to them. And that's what I came to retrieve. Those missing fragments, it seems. So very profound, interesting. We'll see what happens. Check you later.